morning. Happy Thursday, my friends. My name is Tara. Welcome to the Daily Nail. This is my weekday nail show where I come live and do manicures in real time. So I'm going to finish my prepping here. This is the first thing I do before I start any manicure, and that's put down peel base. This makes it so I can just lift off my gel polish or my dip powder instead of soaking or filing off. Huge time saver. This peel base is from Luxie Nail. I do have a discount code if you're interested. I think it's only like $8. So it's like 1/3 of the price of UNT. It's crazy. Tara 15 will save you 15% off your order. Okay. Doesn't take long to dry either. So I'm wearing full coverage jelly tips in medium stiletto. And then over those jelly tips, I do have gel base and top coat to give my tips a nice shine. Peel base just seems to really like the gel top coat. It works its best over gel top coat. Okay. We're going to wait for these to dry. I had done a cat eye mani with gel, black gel underneath, and I have a little in my way down in the skin here, trying to get it out, but I don't know that it wants to come out. Yeah, it's like way down in there. Oops, and I just bumped my nails. Okay. It's all right, it should still be okay. Turn on my little fan. I do want to pull up the live too. Let's see. A couple of people are unable to be here today. A couple of my mods. Okay, here we go. I'm excited to do today's mani. This is something I've never done. Ever. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Aaliyah. Pulling up the live. Okay, there we go. All right. So you guys, you know how and I could not think of the name of this mani for like over a month, but in October I wanted to do it because like the last every year or whatever before Halloween, I've always done this mani, but this year I didn't do it. And it's what I call a poison apple mani. I couldn't remember the name, so I Googled it and it came up as candy apple. And I'm like, I know that's not what I called it. And it was poison apple mani, and it was like a dark red, or you could use a regular red, into black. It's an ombre, so your tips are black and the tops of your nails are red. Anyway, I didn't end up doing one of those manis. And another thing that I do differently with that type of mani is I'll tap ombre, but I will also scrub ombre on that manicure. And that's like one of the only manis I usually scrub ombre for. Not to say I never have in other manis, but so I was like, oh, what could I do different? I was like, I typed into Google. This was earlier this morning sorry, things are falling over, the wind's blowing, knocking photos down that are on my coffee end tables. So back to my story, wherever I was in it. Oh yeah, so I was just like early this morning, I typed in to Google just like fall nail designs or whatever, and I saw a brown to black ombre. It looked really pretty. And I've been loving on browns, you know what I mean? So, and I've never done brown to black. I've only ever done red to black. So then I come over and I'm looking, and out of all, I don't even have that many browns, but the ones I do, they're like all shimmers. And I wanted a solid. So I found a one swatch, right? That was a solid, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Did I give this to my niece? I thought maybe it was a Beetle, so then I went through my Beatles dips. It wasn't one of those. So then I was thinking maybe it was in a small jar of rando dips I had bought. I swear, I think my niece, though, had used this color once. So that's why I thought I'd given it to her. And then I have these little boxes. They're like this big. I have 3 of them. They're like makeup train cases, small carrying cases or whatever. But I had got them when I first started dipping and accumulating stuff. I thought that was going to be enough storage. Like such an idiot, you know. And then I actually ended up buying 2 more before, you know, realizing this ain't cutting it. Plus, you have to open them up and pull them out and everything. It's a lot of work. Well, not a lot, but you know. So anyway, I went into one of them, and I found this dip. So it's right here. I have no idea what company made it. There's no label or anything on it. None of the jars have labels on them, out of the hair. I definitely know my niece used it because there's a lot missing from it, and like I can see a hair in it. All right, I got it out. Okay, so I'm gonna use that with At Midnight from iGel because I have a ton of it. But before I could find this brown, I was going to do I was going to use fine wine from iGel and do like a wine color into black. But luckily, I found the brown. If anybody wants to twin me, I would love it. Poison apple is green and red. Well, like a green and red ombre. Well, that's not what I call it. To me, a poison apple would be like a red apple that's turning bad and going black. That's my rationale for it. And that's what I'm calling it, and I'm not changing. So just green to red. What's poisonous about a green and red apple, though? Tell me. How are you guys doing today? Aaliyah, how are you? How was work last night? Laura's at a doctor's appointment. Kendra's at a funeral. Patty's getting her car fixed. So she might be able to listen if she's around, but I don't know. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. I typed in the chat, Happy Wednesday. And then I was so freaked out, I went and checked my post. But I put Happy Thursday on my post. I was running a little late this morning. I actually, because I had an idea of what I was going to do in my head, so I wasn't like over at my nail desk looking at colors. And then I started looking for browns, and I'm like, oh my God, how can I not have a solid brown? Like just a regular brown shade. You know, there was a specific shade I wanted too. Definitely a darker brown. and I definitely wanted a solid. So I'm glad I was able to find it. I'm not sure if my nails are dry yet. I'm like spazzing almost, kind of freaking out. I told you guys, my sister introduced me to disposable vapes. And like when I did the math, I was like, okay, this is like pretty much equivalent or a little less than what I spend for liquid. Plus, you have to buy coils. You know what I mean? But I feel super guilty, like throwing all the waste. But leave it to the FDA to make open systems illegal, and these ones are okay. The ones you got to throw away every time. You know what I mean? Instead of the ones that you reuse. However, this is flashing that it's almost out of e-liquid. And I ordered two online. It was less, like $15 less than it would have been at the store for two. And that was with shipping. But they're not supposed to come till Saturday. Excuse me. And that's if they're even, on time. And my regular vape, I don't have coils, and it's like gurgling. It's like you can't even really get a pull off of it. It's so clogged, Oh, why you gonna twin me, Michelle? I want to do a brown to black ombre, but just the tips black, so not like half and half. I guess for me it kind of will be more, but I want to focus more just on the tips for the black. And then I'm using a dark brown. I don't even care what brown shade you use. You know what I mean? I just personally think a darker brown into black is going to look better than like a tan, But instead of doing like red into black, which is what I call poison apple Manny, and I didn't even do one this Halloween, but I think it will be really classy. Could be. Might even be able to maybe even use some rose gold or peach cosmic gems. Or the mocha ones. I feel like I haven't really talked to you, Aaliyah. Aaliyah, are you signing up for the gift exchange with us or no? I didn't see your name on there. Michelle, you're doing it, right? Michelle M? I'm going to ask everybody like individually. I know Tara is because I heard her yesterday. I signed up. Kendra signed up, I think. Brandis is signed up. Kirsten signed up. Laura signed up. Janet signing up. Do you want to twin me? I'm just using, this is the only solid brown I could find. I have no idea where it's from. And I'm using iGel's black. So solids. That's the thing. All my browns were shimmers. Except for this one. All right, I think we're good, you guys. So when I ombre, I do both colors are going to go on. Not at the same time, but I'm going to put base on the entire nail, and then I'll tap some brown on it, and then I'll tap black onto it while the nail is wet. So we don't do it in separate parts or anything, is what I'm getting at. That's not going to fit. So yeah, I don't have a ton of this brown, but it'll be enough. It's get some cleanup tools. Okay, Michelle, no problem. Hey, Janet. Janet, did you sign up for the Secret Santa? Michelle M, are you gonna do it with us? It's a $20 limit, and it's like you randomly get a name, and you can put stuff on a list that you'd want for Christmas. Doesn't have to be nail stuff, but of course it can be. And then the person who gets you, buys you presents and sends them to you. We do it every year. We have been I think this is the 4th year. Okay, good, Janet. Yay. Oh, Michelle, you said you couldn't. If I had the money, I would put it in for you, girl. That sucks. I forgot, Michelle. I'm sorry. I wish I had it to put in for you. Same with Patty. She's having a lot of financial issues right now. I wish I could do it for you guys, but I'm freaking poor as hell, and somebody's not getting a present, so one of you guys can. But I think it's more fun, and this, I'll figure it out, the $20, you know what I mean? I want to do it, so I'm gonna. Alrighty. Janet, if you want to twin with me. All right, so I'm going to start at the top of the nail here with the brown, and I'm going to tap it over. Keep going. Okay, and now we're gonna, looks like I missed a little there. Take the black, and we'll just tap it over the bottom here. That might be dry, but let's see. I had missed a spot. I'm not going to scrub on this first layer, but I do plan to scrub ombre on the second layer. So we're using 2 different methods here today. Tap ombre and scrub ombre. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Michelle. What a nightmare. I swear they do this purposely to people, Like, I've applied twice. The first time I was just denied. But the second time I went all the way through like the phone appointment with the guy, and as soon as he realized I was married, he was like, "Oh no." And then he asked what my husband made, and he doesn't make much. But he said we would have to make less, my husband would have to make less than $8,000 a year for me to qualify for Social Security. Because Social Security is a welfare program, is what he said. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to divorce my husband. I'm like, I'll call you after I've left him. That's what I said. All right, let's move on to the ring finger. Don't worry about what they look like on the first layer. It's not much going to matter. Janet, I love how your Manny came out with the Manny kit. And yours too, Michelle. I love the negative space you did. That was super creative. I never think about negative space Manny's like that. All right. I always have like a hard time getting fully sidewall to sidewall when I ombre, so I'm trying to do a better job today. Tap off. We don't want to cross-contaminate our colors. Cut.
They deserve to be treated fairly. They deserve representation that is guaranteed to them under our Constitution. They deserve to not have trash thrown at them and then return it to us. They deserve not to be.
That's how I want it, like just near the tip, you know what I mean?
January 17th, Greg rushes his wife to the hospital with.
We're gonna have to name this Manny, you guys. Maybe there's already an official name for it, but even if there is, we can still give it a name. What can we call it? The brown into black Manny. Could be something like with brownie in the name, like a chocolate brownie.
What would you do if your spouse is burning? Would you sit there and wait 5 to 10 minutes for the ambulance that's further away? Or would you jump, clothe your wife, since she's burnt her clothes, clothe her and get her to the hospital as quick as possible?
The doors, the bedroom doors are like, and you can hear it. It always makes me think, like, is somebody in my apartment? Of course not, but. Oh, what am I doing? I forgot to do the black.
He doesn't say anything about it. It looks to be overgrown. Make it seem like Greg sat there for a long time. It says Jesus claimed smoke inhalation thermal burn. Then he said occurred just not late or appeared to be old. He said occurred just prior to the layer.
All right, we're getting there. Now, again, this is just layer number 1. Have some, it's kind of thick up here. If you're just joining, welcome to the Daily Nail. I'm Tara. I'm doing this Manny I've never tried before, but it's an ombre, brown into black. Brown's a pretty hot color right now, I think, you know, with it being fall and me as like I've evolved in nails and everything, you know, I've really come to love the color. I would have never worn brown nails in the past. Unless I had to, you know. But now I just love browns. Okay, again, tap off. We'll just do the tip of the nail now with the black. next, let's do a thumb. These liquids are good, you guys. And for the price, can't beat that on Amazon. They're not super slow drying, but they're not quick drying either. I mean, I have plenty of time on this first layer to get both colors on the nail, you know.
He read it to you. I counseled with husband and wife.
Okay, tap, tap, tap.
That after he counseled with him, wife agreed for her intubation to protect her airways, and husband was agreeable to the intubation.
All right. It's weird, this powder. I don't know. I wonder if it's acrylic. Not that it makes much of a difference, but just the way the cleanup is going, it seems a little different.
Unfortunately, the burn center, and Augusta didn't have a bed. So then they changed course and had to fly her to Atlanta.
Got some gel stuck in there. Have to take care of it with a nail file after. Okay. So let's brush these off. Okay, this is what they look like right now. Now we're going to go into our second layer, and I'm not going to be afraid to come up a little higher on my black. I do want to keep it focused at the tips. I absolutely don't want to go beyond the bottom of my finger where my fingers start. But I do want to keep it focused down here, and then of course just kind of blend my lines where they need to be. So this time though, I'm going to do my black first, and then we'll do the brown second. All right, look. When you ombre, the closer you hold the brush to the nail, the more control you'll have over it. And the farther away you hold the brush, the more like spread out the powder will be and dispersed. It's hard to tell what's going on since I did the brown powder second, but once I start getting into it a little bit here, all right. That is a little higher than I wanted it to be, huh? The brown, the black went up a little higher.
Only credible, written, unbiased evidence was done by the doctor.
But see, you can scrub it. Don't go too hard at it, you know. All right, let's do the ring finger. Janet, what are you doing today? I was just going to text you last night. Just let you know I was thinking of you.
While they're waiting, doing the 3 hours. Not from the nurse, not from the PA, not Dr. Fisher. The text that has been
Now we'll go back in with the brown.
She describes after she talks about my client being shocked. He tells her once again, your mom was messing around with the fire. I think he said playing around with the fire. And it went back to her. As they continue to wait in the room.
Okay. That is not an ombre. That's like a straight line. Oh, I just heard a door slam. Shoot. I'm going over this nail again. I don't like how it looks.
Immediately puts out a beat on the lookout for Craig Lewis driving a black SUV. They go straight to his house within minutes.
So if you don't like the way a nail comes out, you can do another layer. Obviously, you're going to get to a certain limit, though. You're not going to want to keep going thicker and thicker, so just bear that in mind. But this is the third layer. It's not going to make much of a difference. I'm going to let that sit for a moment and just clean this up. Yeah, the powder, the way it's cleaning up, it's like kind of wrinkling but not coming off. It's kind of like wrinkling onto itself, if that makes any sense. So it looks like the best way to do this is to brush the brown down more over the black. Still not how I want it to look, though. Hold on. All right, there we go. That looks better. All right, so I'm actually really happy with how these two nails look. Let me brush them off so you guys can see better. So you can see how that fade is coming along, and I really like it. I like the dark brown into the black. It looks cool. Oh, Janet. Janet, are you still here? I was asking you a question. Janet? All right, so we need a name for this. This Manny, you guys. Any suggestions to people who are watching right now? What we can call this brown to black ombre design? So again, starting with the black. Dip your finger side to side so the powder can fall on there. Okay, we'll tap it off. You need a lot of this brown. More brown than black for sure. Tap it off. You can see the black is still wet. I'm just going to take my brown brush now and slowly kind of brush. Just have to be careful. It's not quite set. Now I'm going to take the black brush and come up a little, but holding the brush mainly at the base of the nail, the tip. And that just helps with the fade a little more. That's the brown brush. Cute, cute. Yeah, this acrylic is different than like regular dip powder to work with, though. It doesn't set the same way. You could do this with shimmer dips if you want. I was a little hesitant. I've never scrub ombre shimmers, and I was a little nervous, like that it would make a mess. Tap off. Tap off. While the dip is like setting a little bit, we can clean up if we have any cuticle cleanup we need to do. Another warm day here, 68 today. Have all my windows open. So let's take this brown and start going a little bit into the black down here. And then I'm going to take the black brush. And this time I'm going to scrub horizontally. You can go up a little too, but focus at the tip of the nail here. Yeah, see, like this powder is still not set. I'm definitely going to have to do a third layer because I scraped it and it thinned out. You can see my nail in the center there. good because I'm not happy with the ombre on it. So now this is the second nail that I'm putting a third layer on because I wasn't happy with the ombre. Totally fine to do, but I'm not willing to go beyond this third layer. So whatever it is this time is what it's gonna be. So switching back now to doing the brown first. We're just going on in opposite order again. And our black. Okay. Oh yeah, you said Britt said she was taking a social media break, right? Or somebody said it. Told me. Okay. Yeah, see, it's like not setting good, so everything's on lumpy. But I mean, I can file that out. Not a big deal. Just a little bit of an inconvenience, I guess. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's see how well layer number 2 on the thumb turns out. If we're gonna have to do a third layer or not. So it's Thursday, which is always a good day for me. I do love Thursdays because it's so close to Friday. But I think I enjoy Thursdays even more than Fridays sometimes. Let's grab a bunch of this brown. Came off. I already love the thumb. I think the thumb looks awesome. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm gonna put this away. Running low on that. I obviously need a brown solid dip.
Is a test bag. What can I do on the face? The face is
Even now, it's still like smushy. Smushy.
so with the test
Weird. Okay. All right. I'm just checking them over, but they look decent. So let's put a layer of clear acrylic now on the nails to encapsulate them. This will protect our color when we file, so we don't accidentally file any color away. File it off.
in 2022.
Am I listening to closing arguments of a case? That's what I thought I was listening to, but it sounds kind of lame. I don't know. No, it is.
They didn't realize that Choco-Mocha went to the hospital and saw a clean, untouched foot. They didn't realize that you know that the burden is on them to bring a nurse here or bring a doctor here that says, I clean the foot. They didn't realize you understand when they clean your foot or they clean blood off of you, it's usually some type of iodine that will leave the color. She said clean, untouched foot. So look where he's going.
There we go.
Really great. Here is the picture. That's defense exhibit number 5.
Tap off.
The door is clearly open. There is clearly a lid in on top of the stove.
So what I'm doing now is just again going around my cuticles, getting any acrylic. Some of this is like brown, but some of it is clear. Come on, there we go. I'm so mad I wanted to have Nick go to the ATM this morning before he left for work, and I forgot to ask him. And he doesn't get home sometimes till like 9:30, sometimes 10 o'clock, you know.
As old as this house looks and as old as this stove looks, they can't tell you in that brief.
So I am letting my fingers sit in the clear for a few extra seconds. That way when I take my finger out, it won't be wet, you know. If you just let it sit for a few extra seconds, it will absorb any excess base and you won't have to, it won't be wet. You won't have to put it back in the clear or, you know, just wait for it to dry. Just a little tip. All right, back in we go.
And you couldn't get in the house until 5:30. Pursuant to the search warrant, if all the fire blew out, it's not going to be in fire. There's much ado about residue from the house.
Plus, cleaning out this clear will make filing easier too, because that powder is not going to be there. Because we're going to activate it, it's going to get hard. Oh, this is that gel from earlier. Remember I mentioned to you guys. I was like, oh, we're going to have to file it away later.
The reason why she put this in is there was debris on the bottom of the pants leg.
All right. I didn't remove all of it, but I did a pretty good job removing most of it. So we're all done with our base coat. We can put that away. Another little tip is don't seal it tight. Leave it a little loose. It will just make it easier for you. Sometimes your base bottles can like seal themselves shut, and like nothing but like a wrench or a pair of pliers is gonna like undo it. And not only that, I mean, you can break a bottle very easily that way by opening it that way. So I just leave my, just not tightly shut. Okay. Now we're going to activate the nails. I'm going to grab a plastic bag just in case. Wow, nobody said anything in forever. Everybody's so quiet. So I'm in New England, okay? You guys, it's November. It's supposed to be cold, but even when we slept last night with our windows open. Windows are still open. Crazy. It's nice. I mean, I'm not complaining of the nice weather. It's just different, All right. Now, some of these nails have 3 layers of color plus 1 layer of clear over them, right? So for a total of 4 layers of powder. But even with those 4 layers, I mean, they won't be thick or anything. I think I've even gone so far as like 5 layers, but never beyond that. And 5 layers isn't fun. Ideally, I like to do 2 layers of color and then just 1 layer of clear. And I'm taking this plastic bag to help me kind of smooth out these nails. I felt like the brown powder didn't really set well, and left some bumps in places where normally there wouldn't be. Oh, shoot. Okay. So plastic bags work really good. So does wax paper, or like a Ziploc bag or whatever. But a lot of times you'll get dips or dip liquids in plastic bags. Save those bags. See here now, when you activate your nail, it's nice and soft, and you can take the bag and press down the dip where it's not smooth. You can shape your free edges and sidewalls with the bag, and really save yourself a lot of time in filing. go. This one doesn't need to be shaped at all. Not only that, though, just by me using that plastic bag, it left a smooth surface on my nails that won't be on this one, just because of the smoothness of this plastic. So that's another cool benefit to using plastic bags. Do a little bit of cleanup here while we wait for our nails to cure. It takes 2 minutes from activation until they're cured. Just going for my brush cleaner, my Hello Kitty brush cleaner.
You deserve that money. Go and change that $25,000 life insurance policy.
These are Wet n Wild eyeshadow brushes. They're seriously 99 cents or 95 cents on Amazon. They're great for eyeshadow application, but they're also really good for ombres. And for that price, you really can't beat it. How come everybody's so quiet? So this is the mani we did on yesterday's live. If any of you were here, look how cute this glitter is, you guys. It's from Fairy Glamour and it's called Channel the Flannel. I love it. It's got green, it's like an aqua type green, and then these coppery glitters, as well as iridescent glitters. They might come across kind of white in here right now. And then this color underneath the plaid is called Kuppa Chai, also from Fairy Glamour Nails. And I just hand painted some plaid. This was a fun mani to do. And today's mani is a brown to black. Wow, this is like not setting. What if it never sets? Usually it would be set by now. It's weird. Put some more activator on it. Now I'm like all nervous, like, because that powder wasn't labeled. I'm pretty sure they're dips because that's all I bought, you know. We'll see. Wouldn't that be funny? It sounds like it's curing. I mean, these ones I did cure last. So, so far though, I'm really happy with how it's looking. I like the brown to black blend like this, you know, and I might throw some gems on here. Like I have some mocha ones that are brown. I have these peach ones that look like rose gold, and I believe I have rose gold as well. Let's pull those out while I'm thinking of it. Here's the mocha ones. Gorgeous. Oh, there's a blue one in there too, but those are gorgeous. Here's some lighter peachy ones. I'm looking to see if I have rose gold, but rose gold probably ready to go with this anyway. I'm just looking in here real quick, guys. All my, you know, gemstones and everything are in here. I don't see anything that is gold.
You can even buy for storage
Hmm.
because it was a long way.
I could always pierce my nail. Might look cool in one of those brown rings. I'll save that for when my nails are almost grown out and I'm ready to change them. I have these glitters from Indigo Rue. Remember Indigo Rue? But there are brown in here. I see, I mean, mainly big ones, but they're small. Those aren't going to do anything. I think we're going to leave it as is. I don't think it's going to need anything added to it. All right. Let's start our filing process now. Using a 100 by 180 grit file. So I'm trying to make it so everything is pretty smooth here. I don't want any lumps or bumps at my sidewall or on the top of my nail. Once I'm happy with like the shape itself of the nail, and since another reason too, like since I put that plastic bag on top of my nails when we activate it and press down, I know that pretty much my nail is smooth. All right. Looks good. Michelle M., are you married? I've never heard you talk about a husband or anything. I just realized I don't even know she's married. What do you have going on today, Michelle? go. I can see there's a bunch of like brown acrylic. You see it up in the nail there. Am I in frame even? I don't know if I am. I think I am, right? I'm not seeing any comments. If anybody's saying anything, I can't see any of them. Okay, so now I'm just coming down and bringing the file down one side of the nail, and then we do want to smooth out this side here. So I'm just going back and forth. The other thing is you want it to be like straight here, you know, the side of it and the underside. Now I'm going to shape my free edge. They're a little thicker than I'm used to my nails being, just because of the extra layer of dip we did on this finger. Make sure that's smooth. Make sure that's smooth. I always do the undersides like that. All right, that looks good. So we have 2 nails left to shape. This nail was super wonky. This was the one like that didn't want to set. I kept like, I was kind of like pushing it around the acrylic, you know. I do want to just smooth this one out. Just messing with it a little bit. Okay, let's make this into a good shape now. Mm.
Some of the lighter fluid got on her pants leg, and then she lit the fire. It blew back on her.
Some of my dip, I just filed away some of my dip, but I don't think it's going to be noticeable. This dip is weird, you guys. Maybe it's supposed to be used with monomer only or something. Alright. Whew, that now took a long time to file. This one should go a lot smoother. Okay. Alright, I think these look good. I'm going to buff them now. This is a sponge file. So it's a 100 by 180 grit, just like these files. But it's got give, so it's softer and it works really, really well for buffing. I'm using the 100 grit side, the rougher side here to buff. Okay, I'll brush these off. Take out my ergo file and just quickly go through. There's not much that needs to be done. That one's fine. Okay. You can see it's just filing away anything at the cuticle that doesn't belong there. It does such a great job. I love this thing so much. Now we'll go ahead and clean off the nails. I'm debating if I want to add any of these brown, the mocha gemstones, or if I just want to leave it as is, and I'm leaning towards just leaving it as is. This is rubbing alcohol on a nail brush that I'm using to clean, my side walls, underneath the nails, all of it. Cute.
When she described what he was like when his demeanor was like panic because he knew, oh boy, this is not look good to me. What makes him anxious to get back?
After you clean up your nails, it helps you to see like really any little mistakes you may have missed. And that's what I'm doing right now, just taking care of any acrylic on my skin or anything I might have missed filing. But they look good.
She talked a lot about how Craig was the victim of
All right. So now after cleaning your nails, you can get up and go rinse at the sink if you want. We're going to go back in with another layer of activator. Since the nails are already cured, I mean, we're not trying to cure them here with this layer of activator. What we're doing is putting it on because it's going to form some type of reaction with our dip top coat, and that makes your dip top coat dry. So, right here on the side, I filed away some dip.
It was. It's in these cans. Agent Kane testified to it. Unfortunately, it just didn't tell us very much because if there was
A
a
little bit on my skin. There we go.
She wants you to follow the money. Well,
Okay.
if you listen to her version,
Cute.
we should be on problem. But she was so greedy that she wanted from her mom money, money, money. Okay. Follow the money. Fred screamed and carried the night before he burned her alive. You are a cheater. You will get nothing.
Sorry, I'm just making sure there's no acrylic because right after I'm done with the manicure, I go outside, I do my pictures. So I want everything to look as good as I can get it here. All right. So now we can take, since it's been like a minute or so since we put the activator on, I'm going to take this lint-free wipe and wipe down each nail. Just make sure they're dry from the activator. Super quiet today for the live. This is going to be the quietest live in weeks. And definitely with the fewest amount of people. Nobody's chatting, just me talking to myself. That's okay though. I still love you guys. All right, so let's top coat. I go one down the center, one on the right, one stroke on the left. And that's it for my first layer. Same thing here. Down the center. And you know, these brushes usually spread out pretty nicely. We are going to do 2 layers of top coat. Okay. So I'm going immediately now in for my second layer of top coat. And I do the same thing. One stroke down the center and then one on either side, and then I will cap my free edge. So the whole from the end of my finger to my fingertip. So right here, all the way up. It makes such a huge difference, you guys, in your nails not chipping. And the thumb. And dip top coat dries fast too. You know how activator takes 2 minutes to cure? Top coat takes about 2 minutes to dry. Way faster than nail polish. All right. And dip top coat doesn't go in a UV lamp like gel polish. It just dries. It air dries. So just looking around, making sure there's nothing on my skin. If you do have any top coat on your skin, I would recommend removing it before it dries. I mean, you can always file it away after. It's not the end of the world if it dries on your skin. Looks like I messed up on the filing over here. Definitely did. You may not be able to tell, but if I put it like this, look at this side of the nail. It's not straight. There's like a little lump there. I knew this nail looked weird, but the angle I was holding it, I couldn't see it. Maybe I'll call this like my Choco-Mocha mani or something. Choco-Mocha. Even though mocha's not black. I like it. Choco-Mocha. I'm writing it down. Oh, I can't do it with this hand. It's wet. It's so hard to hold a pen like this. But that's still so much better than I could do with my left hand. Let's turn the fan on. We can get these drying a little bit faster. Wonder where my sister is today. I just went this whole live without even a sip of my coffee. Thank God it's in a thermos so it stays warm. Yeah, thing's flashing on me. Clean up our mess a little bit. I'm kind of sad. Like, I almost wanted to put one of these gems, like, on each nail, like, near the top. But I also wanted this mani to speak for itself. What happened there? Oh, I must have bumped it. Oh my god, I think they're almost dry. Oh, they're not dry yet. I just bumped that one too. Shoot. That's alright. I'm going to have to file this one. Any nails that, like sometimes I'll notice, like I already know I have to go back and fix one nail, but sometimes I'll notice later on a nail that I missed something on, you know, and I'll want to go back and file it or something. And if that's the case, and I do, I just go over it with a gel base and top coat in one. Or you could use gel base and top coat. Or if you wanted to do dip top coat, you would have to file the entire top coat off of the nail, reactivate it, wipe it down, and then top coat it with 2 layers of dip top coat. Which is why I always just go over it with gel, because it's faster and easier. So, again, my name is Tara. You're watching The Daily Now, and I am here Monday through Friday, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Time, doing my nails. And so, tomorrow's Friday, I'll be here for a live. And then on Monday, I'll be here showing off Dipnotic Nails, some of her Christmas dips, Christmas collections. And swatching those, and then we'll use those dips on Monday's live. Tuesday, I will not be here. I have somewhere to go with my sister, but then I should be here the rest of next week. So for the next 7 days, I'll be here. I mean, obviously, I don't do weekends, but I will be here Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. What else would I like to tell you? Is there anything you want to know about me? I am self-taught. I learned how to dip my nails during COVID. I would just get acrylics at the salon because dip powder nails was so expensive. I had it done twice at 2 different salons, and like one time it was $50 just for a one color mani. And then the second time I got an ombre. It was like this fine, 2 color, and it was $60. So as much as I loved the dip powder, I hated those prices, so I went back to my $20 a week acrylic fill. And that was with a $5 tip, you know. And then when the salons were closed during COVID, my nails were growing out, and it finally occurred to me, like, I wonder if I could get dip powder on Amazon, you know? And I was like, oh, I think I could do that, you know, because it dries fast and everything. It's not like you have to sit still to let nail polish dry. So I bought a small kit that came, you know, some powders and some liquids and stuff, really tiny bottles of liquids. And from then on, I was hooked. I was terrible. You know, I would just dip my shorties and stuff. And of course, it'd be all over my skin, but I didn't care. I thought they looked good, you know. And eventually I got better, but maybe after like a year of doing my own nails, I started doing lives on Instagram, and that evolved into what you're watching now, the Daily Nail. It evolved into a weekday live show where I would go live Monday through Friday, just like I do here. Ran into some time constriction limits on Instagram for the lives, so I moved on over to YouTube, and I've been here since. So, if you're into nails or DIY nails, I'd love if you would subscribe and join our dip slash gel slash nail art slash everything nails family. And I would also love to get to know like my viewers. I have, a group of girls who come to my lives pretty much every day, and they're my besties. We all, I met most of them, I think, besides my sister, through Instagram, through the nail community on Instagram. And some of these ladies I've known for 3 years or longer, and I couldn't imagine my life without them. So you'll find a very supportive group in the nail community. So even if like you're just starting out, or maybe you don't think your nails are good enough or whatever, we've all been there, you know what I mean? And I just don't want like anybody just to not speak out because they're worried about something like that. That's all. All right, let's get some cuticle. Let's just fix this nail on. All right. One more nail I'm just going to top coat. Then we'll put some cuticle balm or some cuticle oil on. We'll look through the nail fee sleeves and find one to match. We'll pick some rings. This is base and top coat in one, which is why I really like this. This is from Cosmic Nails, but it is almost gone. I have to place an order. There we go. Sorry, there was like a hair on my brush. I had to get it off. Okay. All right, one more minute in the lamp. I do have a brown nail fee sleeve. I have that brown one from Tara too. Can't reach them on my hands in the lamp. Can I pull the lamp closer to me? Okay. We got that one. We got the denim. Where's my brown one? Hold on. I think the brown one's near the top. We got this one, which has a little bit of brown. This one that doesn't have any brown in it. The brown, oh, here it is. Okay. These are all my nail face sleeves in here. Alrighty. I'm kind of thinking brown might be the best. I am going to clip it though. So here's a little hint, little tip for you guys. If your nail fee sleeve is too wide, or if you're using like the pant leg of a pair of jeans, you know, as your nail fee sleeve, you could get like a hair clip and just pin it behind you, and you end up with a nice fitted sleeve. I do think I want to do I'm gonna do gold rings because I just think gold looks better with brown. It warms, warms the skin up, I think. Ooh, if I can get this one on, it's so tight. Hold on. They're adjustable, so. Yep. So here is, hold on. Okay, here is the finished mani. I think it came out really cute. I do like it. It's what I thought it was going to look like, and I think it's a great fall mani. I could see this becoming a trend, especially for like shorter nails or shorter almonds. I think they would look really good. So I do not know why I'm not getting any messages from any of you guys. Maybe just nobody is saying anything. But yeah, this was just a random brown powder. I don't know what company it's from. I have a set. They all look like this. None of them are labeled. Pretty sure I got them off of Amazon. Yeah, because it's like number 258. I was definitely only buying on Amazon at that point. But it doesn't seem like it's actual dip powder. It didn't set up the way dip powder does. It took a lot longer to set. I didn't really like working with it. And then I used iGel Beauties at Midnight, which is their black solid, and 2 Wet n Wild eyeshadow brushes for the ombre. And honest to God, the dip liquids I've been using, you guys, it's this brand right here, EOC or whatever, EOG. They're like $6.99 on Amazon, and they're good. It's not the liquids that was causing the dip setup, the way it was setting up, because I've been using these liquids for days, and they've been just fine. So thank you so much for being here today with me on the Daily Nail. I appreciate everybody, whether you stayed for the whole thing or whether you just stopped by. But if you did manage to make it throughout the video, thank you so much. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I do go live. But it will be around 11 o'clock tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. Bye.